on the air, fashion week, oh yeah, throwing money in the air. Just happy with my lady, other girls they wanna hate her. It comes with the territory, ball players wanna date her. All we got is loyalty, I'm treating you like royalty. I'ma spoil you every day of the week. Shot is in the basement party, yeah. Turn into the greatest party, yeah. Never see my baby coming. Just once, then we went up. Yeah, my love tripping. Now I feel my body drifting. My body dripping. But she got me lifted. Your mind tripping. She's so. Excuse her while she kisses the sky.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Vikings going up against the Titans. With that, let's get you out to Nashville, where we welcome in our new team for 2016. Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, Charles and I certainly looking forward to working with you this year.
Yes, we are.
Indeed, as we welcome the rest of you in to Nissan Stadium here in Nashville, Tennessee. Today, the opener of the 2016 NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Tennessee Titans. Charles, for the Vikings, 11-5 last year, tough loss in the wild card. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they're just trying to forget that 3-13 year.
And Minnesota thinks that they've got a team that's built to go and win the Super Bowl. They figure after last year, with some new additions, they've got a heck of a chance to get there. Then you flip it over to Tennessee. No one off-season or draft than the Tennessee Titans. They want to see if they can translate that into victories.
It's the dawn of a new era for us at EA Sports as the 2016 NFL season is underway. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota's skill set can help continue to evolve the position of quarterback in the NFL. Because his ability to run with the football, you may not utilize it as little as other coaches have in the past. You may emphasize that part of the game a little bit more.
Murray, the lone setback. And he'll get it up the middle. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Offensive starters, here they are. And Delaney Walker, Charles, it's a guy that you and I said we wanted to discuss a bit.
Yeah, and we should, because remember, he came out of college as a wide receiver, so he's one of the early guys to move from a wide receiver position to tight end and still run routes as if he were a wide receiver. An excellent target.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, Mariota. Try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he's brought down. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker. Sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So that drive, 4 plays, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, the spin. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Vikings defense ready to head back out there now. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Ooh, the juke. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, this is going to sound a little strange, but that was a really nice effort because he broke a tackle and almost sprang free, but it still ended up with a loss of yardage. The defense won that battle.
They'll come out in the pistol. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. And a look at the Vikings defensive unit.
When I see Sharif Floyd hit the field, I think of all the potential he has, and it's a lot of fun watching that come to the surface.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. A play fake to Murray. Now Mariota. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now we get our first peek at a rookie QB, and doing that in the NFL as a rookie, playing quarterback, it's an accomplishment. It's also nerve-wracking.
To put it mildly, I don't care how much preparation they've had. I don't care how much success they've had in college. The NFL is the ultimate level for these guys, and trotting out there the first time, yeah, they'll feel prepared, but they also will be extremely nervous.
Now the reigning rushing champ, it's Adrian Peterson. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The starting defense for the Titans.
Jason McCourty's twin brother, Devin, has gone to multiple Super Bowls, but Jason's carving out a nice niche himself as a cover corner.
Again, Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
There's so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, it's right. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very solid gain of 27. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Back to throw here. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Charles, that's an important 3rd down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise if this would come up short.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 5-yard pickup that time on what will wind up being the final play of this first quarter. So 1 quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 7-0 is our score. We're back to Nashville right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with a football here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. They go with Murray again, and he is going to lose yardage here. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. On 3rd down, Mariota. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 15. Room here to run. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, 85 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
Forbath to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. To return, this is Mark Mariani. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes a Vikings defense. They sure didn't get a whole lot of rest. They had the 3 and out, forced a punt, but that's returned for a touchdown, so they're on the field quickly.
So they're cheering. They're happy. They like what they saw.
They're like, oh, I got to go get my helmet. Right?
But it is a quick turnaround, so we'll see how they handle that on this possession.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
That was second down run for Murray. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
When I watch a run like that, I always think of DeMarco Murray, the Oklahoma version of DeMarco Murray back in college, because he can do it all. Run, catch, return game. His only problem was staying healthy. That was my worry about him coming into the league. And when he has been healthy in the NFL, he's been one of the top backs in the game.
He was healthy on that run. 65 touchdowns, by the way, setting a record while he was at Oklahoma. Mariota on first down. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll get it down here to the 43. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, in 2016 in Tennessee, DeMarco Murray, we're going to find out if it was style, scheme, does he still have it or not. He thinks he's going to be more comfortable with the Titans.
Yeah, because that fall off last year, 2014, over 1,800 yards, 392 carries.
One of the best seasons running the football that we've seen in recent years.
Mariota now to throw on first down. And right with it here over the middle. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Mariota from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
Holding offense.
So on fourth down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. This from 54 yards away. And Succop will put this one right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
Succop now set to kick it off following the made field goal. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now the Titans defense gets set to go again. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all. But you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The ball carrier there, Adrian Peterson, he turned 31 back in March.
But after his return from knee surgery a few years ago, that incredible return, I don't think we look at his number the same way as we do a lot of running backs who turn 30.
Yeah, I agree. And right now, standing 17th all-time in the NFL rushing ranks. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Tennessee after this. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Back to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And it's 3rd and 4. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Cordero Patterson. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And it's 21-3. That time a 6-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Our eyes shift now to the Vikings defense. And even though that last drive yielded points, it was a long field goal, so they probably weren't too upset about it. Although here, obviously, they'd like to give up 0.
Of course, that's the goal each and every time out. But when they make that type of a field goal that long, you almost give them a little nod of respect to the kicker, like, congratulations. But you do feel pretty good about not giving up anything big.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can not give up anything big on this drive. To throw is Mariota. The right's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Titans are going to have a first. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's got time. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On 2nd down, Mariota again. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Fresh set of downs here. A first down throw for Mariota. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down in offense.
They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Throwing again. Mariota on 2nd and 10. And complete to the tight end Walker, right side. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll throw again. Mariota. Got a man, it's right. Touchdown, Titans. Kendall Wright, 43 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Oh, battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. It's his first career game, and now he has thrown his first career interception.
So let's face it, that's very simply his welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it?
Get it out of the way, right?
Get it out of the way, and he hopes it'll be the last for this game and not too many in his career.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And right with it here, over the middle. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
A second down throw here for Mariota. And Walker with it over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Titans trail right now, but with another half to play, there's time to turn it around. The Vikings deserve to be ahead, but will need to put together another strong half. All right, let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd and long. The hurry throw would be picked off. Rhodes, the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Now following the interception, completion is made across the middle of the field. And after the short pass, he'll score. Vikings strike first in this one. Kearns back to punt it away. Patterson's going to try for the return. And this long run goes for a touchdown. Vikings up now by 14. 3rd down from the 42. Patterson's able to haul in the contested pass. And that goes as a 42-yard touchdown. That takes the lead up to 18. 3rd down from the 43. Wright's going to make the one-handed grab. And nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. Closing that gap to just 11. 1st and 10. Rudolph hauls in the pass over the middle, and he ends up at their own 49-yard line. Vikings would later throw a pick on the drive. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for...
And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4.
The goal was to get into field goal range. It certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down where you want 3. Get a little bit closer, making an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Vikings slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. They come up in an offset eye. A 10th carry now for Peterson. Muscles him off. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7. Leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the 1st on 2nd down and 3. They run again with Peterson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. 19 yards that time for number 19. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver to get to the football trying to cover a slant.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. And a solid run down inside the 30. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. Dumps it off for Asiata. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back to the ground, Peterson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jarek McCammon from 3 yards out. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And the lead is up to 15 now. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Nashville. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Forbath out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion.
After that incompletion, I almost get the sense that he's going to look up at the booth and kind of look at us and say, hey, you guys got any suggestions? It's been that kind of game, hasn't it? They've had him on the run throughout.
Yeah, and I get that you're trying to make a play here losing 4th quarter, but to throw when you're not set with pressure coming could have been an interception.
Very much so, and it's been that kind of game for him. They've had him on the run, had him off balance. He's got to find a way to make some big-time throws down the stretch.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball.
And he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 10 yards to go on 3rd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He'll look to throw. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
That's complete, right around the 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll set up a throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Denoris Searcy. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
He's got time in the pocket. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. 19 yards that time for number 19.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
Throwing, Mariota, and right with it here over the middle. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Red zone opportunity. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Mariota again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Holding offense.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and 1. Here's and this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Our eyes shift now to the Tennessee defense here. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are, to coin a phrase, on the defensive here, right? But in fact, the team on offense has to be really careful because they're going to attack like crazy. They've got to cover the football, make sure they don't turn it over, and still find a way to finish off this game despite the extra pressure that's going to come their way.
Do you pack it in for a run here on first down?
I think...
And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They run again on first down. Peterson. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And on 2nd and 10 now. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Let's see if the defense tries any pressure here on 3rd and 8. They come out here in the eye. 3rd down, it's Adrian Peterson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Gun. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A gutsy decision there going for it on 4th, but they got it, and that likely puts an end to this one.
Indeed, it was gutsy because there's so many other options they probably could have exercised in that situation, but they bet on themselves, and it paid off.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for the Vikings, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign Nashville.